Okay, so number 45, elements are pure substances and have only one type of atom. One atom of an element cannot be broken down anymore. It is the smallest sample of that element. A chemical symbol represents an element and always includes one capital letter. For example, nitrogen is N, oxygen is O, and chlorine is Cl. This one has a capital C, lowercase l. A compound is formed when two or more elements combine. To determine if a chemical formula represents an element or a compound, you need to count the capitals. For example, C6H12O6 is composed of how many different elements? Well, it's got three different capital letters, so there's 3. Do you need to worry about the numbers now in 6th grade? Yes and no. Yes, because we need to understand that this is saying there are 6 carbons for every 12 hydrogens and for every 6 oxygens. But are we going to be asked to count up how many atoms there are? Probably not. But if we were, there are 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygens. And we know that by looking at those subscripts and counting them. Silicon is a metalloid, a solid, conducts electricity, and is used in computers. Oxygen, O, is a nonmetal, a gas, is not conductive, and is breathed by humans. When these two elements are chemically combined, they form silicon dioxide, better known as sand. Sand is found on beaches along the water, H2O. So it's asking us to list the elements here. So the elements we see are silicon. That's that by itself. Oxygen. And then the compounds that we see are silicon dioxide, better known as sand, which is SiO2, and water, H2O. Are the properties of the elements the same as the compound that is made with those elements? So now sand, does that have the same properties as the two elements that make it? No. And why do we say that? Because the descriptions of silicon and oxygen are completely different than sand. Now, the two most abundant elements in the Earth's crust are oxygen and silicon. The next 3 abundant are aluminum, iron, and calcium. And then a kind of silly way to remember this is OC, a funky crust. So oxygen is O, silicon is Si. Aluminum is Al. It starts with an A. Iron is Fe. It starts with an F. And then calcium is Ca, but it starts with a C. Just kind of a little way to remember that. And the 4 common elements found in most living things are carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. And a hint for this is C-H-N-O, sounds like Chano. Chano. Might help you out a little bit.